A Pakistani power company is appealing to its customers' religious consciences in a desperate bid to get them to stop stealing electricity, a major hurdle and effects to stem crippling blackouts. Supply company Pesco has taken out front page adverts in three major newspapers in the country's northwest during the Islamic holy month of Ramadan, reminding readers that stealing electricity is a sin. Do your fasting, pay zakat, charitable donations, and serve your parents, but do these things by the light of legal electricity, the ad says.
In the darkness, a surgeon scrambles to keep his patient alive after he was electrocuted because he was stealing electricity. Suddenly, the power comes off. The doctor sprints out the door and runs outside to turn on the emergency generator. He sprints back. The power turns on and he hurries to complete the surgery. The patient was lucky that they were able to get the electricity up and running so quickly, which isn't the case for around 1,000 people, because they died of incidents like this.
34% of Pakistan's population suffers from depression. That amounts to 60,700,000 individuals that face that dilemma. In the summertime, heat strokes are a constant issue. Due to the high temperatures and the lack of electricity, ACs are not normally used. If they were, they would drain the supply, and that would cause shortages to become more common than they are now. Depression, which later on affects later generations through the alteration the epigenome of the current population, causing a failure implication for future pops.
This is a printing press in Rawalpindi's southern district. Like many other small businesses, the work comes to a standstill as the power comes off and the workers are left languishing in the heat.
तो प्रिंटिंग की जितनी मशीनरी है ये बिजली के दारोमदार पे चलती है। तो जब बिजली नहीं होती तो हमारा तक बहुत नुकसान होता है इस चीज़ से। ज़ाहिर बात है लाखों की मशीनरी लगाई हुई है तो काम नहीं होगा तो हम लोग क्या करेंगे फिर इस सूरत में। तो ये सरासर नुकसान ही होता है। यहाँ तक के जो थोड़ी बहुत हमारी जमा पूंजी होती है वर्करों को बस पता नहीं अल्लाह ताला किस तरह हमारा निज़ाम चला रहा है। 2 या 3 घंटे लाइट है अभी, 3-3 घंटे 4-4 घंटे लोड शेडिंग की इतनी मतलब है कि वो तंगी है हमें इस चीज़ से। हमारी रिक्वेस्ट ये इनसे हुकूमत से आने वाली से कि बराए मेहरबानी सबसे पहले यही काम करें कि लोड शेडिंग ख़त्म करें हमारी। ये अंधेरा आपके सामने पड़ा हुआ है।
The people of Pakistan's electricity bill is typically priced at 2 cents per 15 kilowatt hours, and the average income of a Pakistani man is roughly 4,400 US dollars, which converts to 461,699 Pakistani rupees over the span of a year. This makes the average electricity price to be way over what the average Pakistani family can afford. Pakistani government currently owes power company named K Electric 130 billion rupees, or 1.27 billion US dollars, in subsidies because the government set power tariffs far below supply costs.
Some of the energy types that Pakistan is using are hydro, coal, gas, oil, nuclear, and some renewable energy sources. But the main consumption of energy usage is coal. Since there is so many electricity consumption, this causes people to start stealing energy, which causes less profit for electricity companies, which increase the prices. There is another destructive consequence to this crisis. This is the University of Management and Technology in Lahore, with more than 6,000 students and a nearly perfect academic record. But the students find here their lessons disrupted and their labs interrupted.
This happens mostly in the lab because we have lab for 3 consecutive hours, right? And a lab is like ongoing throughout because there are a lot of students, a lot of classes, so a lot of labs going on. So whenever there is a power failure, the students who were already taking the data, they're all lost because they have to go through the same system again to the forefront where they started it and take that data again because it's like consecutive data that is coming because they have just 3 hours lab and they have to perform one experiment and they might be unable to perform that. Students physically suffer as well because you see when I'm taking a lecture, I suffer myself physically because I'm unable to deliver the lecture with no light or light coming in and out. I have the multimedia on for 1.5 hours if I teach in a room which is having a temperature of like 40 or 41 or 46 like nowadays it's going on. So I would not be able to deliver my lecture with the same energy as I would have with the better environment. Same as with the student, they're going to lack concentration. While the university has to incorporate the research and development scholarships and everything area like that, their priority would be shifted towards taking control of the electricity and taking control of the energy. When I see the student, they say, okay, this is the thing, how do we study? We don't have light at home, we don't have light over here. So how can we study actually? And they're losing their interest towards the studies because the environment is not friendly at all. So if the environment is not friendly at all, they might be losing more of their interest and it would be badly affecting our young generation.